you a shot there. I'm gonna get into Tierra del Sol here in a second. Mentioned that Prophet I Am YouTube channel was catching shots of the Nibiru sun and evidence thereof. He was featured at the Tierra del Sol early sunrise there too. He was drawing the same conclusions that I came to about that object in the south, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here's Qatar. He actually had some nice shots from Qatar back in early August. Showed the winged disc coming down in Qatar. That's not visible now in that manner. However, we can see it on this summary of the single day column from yesterday. And there it is, up there. Like I said, it's running probably about neck and neck with the sun right now. As to how far away it actually is, that's yet to be determined. It's got to be pretty close because we're still just getting projected images when we see it flashing down through here as a winged disc and down here in the horizon portions. If you didn't see my video I made yesterday afternoon, that's the one. Definitely check out if you want to catch a lot of shots of the winged disc coming down across the horizons in many different locations around the world. Mostly in the U.S., but I caught a few that were overseas as well. That little portion there was I shot this morning. I just wanted to further illustrate and address that point of how far away the Nibiru sun is actually from our sun. Based upon that 24-hour time-lapse shot, it looks like there's some distance between them, and we're definitely getting projected images now of it on some of these sky cams. This is the last image I took, or one of the last, on 7/11/2015 using my cell phone camera with 2 layers of floppy disk over it. There's a little bit of a double image here, lens flare. I think you can see this triangle thing behind the sun directly there, but then here it is flaring out. But it's basically pretty well tight with the sun, and like I mentioned in an earlier video, it seems to have come up from south of the ecliptic around this way, and it's coming back through the inner solar system now, and Earth's over here revolving this way. So we're pretty much in its headlights. So it's still pretty much relative to Earth, directly between our planet and the sun. But the distance might be reflected much closer it's getting to the Earth by how far away it's showing from the sun in those 24-hour time lapses. So maybe we can monitor that. That would be interesting to see over the course of the next few weeks, if we have that much time left. See how much further away it's distancing itself from the sun. Here's another one I made. This was the last one. It was on 7/22, and I used that YouTube sketch enhancement. So it basically takes all the color and regular visuals out, and it just gives you a sketch of all the different light forms and whatever forms are showing up on the video. And this is it, pretty much directly lined up with the sun, and you can see all these spoked out images, which are the light beams being bounced off of this Nibiru system. I'll play it through a little bit. I'm shooting directly at the sun, like I said. As you can see, there's some other objects up there. I tilt the camera left, tilt the camera right, tilt the camera down, the camera up. It exposes them more. Apparently, it looks like they're directly in front of the sun. Pretty much. So there you have that. We're going to get to, here we go. This is Tierra del Sol. I wanted to see if this orange ball was going to come up again, as it has been.
since 8:20 when I first discovered it anyway, and there it is at 6:32, just like as usual. If you'll notice, there's some of the dots that to me look like similar anomalies to maybe stuff seen on the Nibiru sun taken in earlier photographs by the infrared space telescope. But anyway, I wanted to see if it was going to come around again same time. So I mean, we have a huge solar system, and the distance between the Earth and the sun and everything else in it is quite vast. So I expect this thing not to be showing up like this at all times. As I mentioned, that Prophet I Am dude who had has a YouTube channel. He was catching some all sky cam images, and he caught some with the winged disc in a Qatar, and then he was featuring this Tierra del Sol, the early dawn, and the one I've been featuring and pointing out, the object to the south, which it's not showing up here, but I showed that in an earlier vid and several earlier vids, that the Nibiru sun's probably right around in here, and that would kind of reflect the distance based upon maybe that is the distance relative to Earth. Earth being maybe way over here, and on that 24-hour time-lapse deal, maybe the Nibiru sun separated itself, say, that far relative to the Earth. I'm just guessing here. I'm just speculating, trying to put this thing together. Feel free to leave your comments down there and give me any good links that I might use in a future screencast. But I'm pretty sure this is the orange ball, and there's something there. I mean, that's not the sun. That's some kind of an anomaly. This is a projected image for sure. Somehow the sun's hitting this planet Nibiru, or the dwarf star, and it's being reflected or projected onto this webcam, this fisheye lens webcam. That's it for there. Now there, you can see it's 552, 602. You can see how this sky's diminishing. There's 552. Yeah, you can't see that object down here in the south anymore. Southeast. 602, 612, 622. And there's our object. So 552, let me shrink this down again. So 552, the sun's not supposed to come up till a little after 6. Oh, there we go. San Diego. This thing's about 4 minutes east, so 6:15. Sun's coming up. And it's showing up here already above the horizon. So that could reflect a little tilt on the Earth too. The Earth's maybe tilting a little bit more toward the east based upon this influence of this dwarf star, the high magnetic influence exerting on our planet. That's why they've got an earlier sunrise here too, maybe. Why is this saying 552 and this says 642? There's something wrong there. So now, scratch that last thought. 622, 612, 602. Okay. These rolls are different. That's weird. So forget that last thought. There's 602. That's current. Let me hit this refresh. Maybe I didn't get them both somehow. And now they're in sync, it looks like. There's 550. No, this thing ain't rolling. There's 602. 6:12, so the sun's supposed to come up around 6:15. What was it? Yeah, 6:19 San Diego. This is a little further east. I'd say about 4 minutes time zone wise. So sun should be just about coming up in 2 minutes here. 6:22. Yeah, you're seeing it. There comes the sun. I was just looking at how much the sky got. The sky's still showing pretty bright at 6:12. 6:02, maybe even brighter. Look up here. 5:52. So 6:02, it's pretty darn bright. It's the remnants of that false sunrise we were showing in the earlier vid. I gotta stop this. I'm running out of time and I'm rambling way too much. I'm sorry. We'll just stop it and focus on the orange ball coming through to finish this video out. Got like 4 minutes left. Okay, here we're back. Rolled another 10 minutes. Stop it. There's the first appearance. There's the dot showing up. Like I said, it looks like this thing's revolving this way, north to south, but it's probably more of the same like the sun, west to east, like this. But this fisheye lens is just turning it over a little bit perspective wise. You can see the appearance is different. That's why it's definitely not the sun. The sun doesn't spin that fast. There's another shot, the latest shot. But not to belabor the point, I was hoping to find some archival footage, and I think I did by that Prophet I Am, because he was taking shots of this same website, and matter of fact, the same sky cam back in early August, and he wasn't showing any orange balls. And he was catching, like I said, the winged disc coming down in Qatar, but he wasn't catching it anywhere in the US or anything like I did yesterday. You gotta see that vid, man. The one I made yesterday afternoon. I guess it's the only one I made yesterday. No, I might have made two. Anyway, I'm fogged out here. I'm sorry, but the point is this thing's probably not going to be with us forever as it moves. The Nibiru sun moves relative to our sun and this planet, just like the winged disc images weren't showing up before in the U.S., but now we featured them prominently yesterday afternoon. That's because everything's in motion and it's moving and it's coming our way. Okay, here we go. A couple more frames. Went by like 20 more minutes, and here's the orange ball rolling down through. So here we go. 6:32. Different appearance at 6:42. So it's not the sun, folks. It's spinning way too fast to be the sun. Another different look. 6:52. Now here's the sun starting to flare out on this fisheye lens, and it's not coming from this orange ball. It's being projected or reflected, or light's bouncing off of it and capturing the image on this fisheye lens. There it is again there. So there you go. There's a good shot of it there, and that's a pretty good shot showing the dot. So we'll keep monitoring this as far as where this object is prior to sunrise. That's, I think, the Nibiru sun, and it might be reflective of how far away it is from the sun relative to Earth. And like I said, it's still right in the headlights. We're in the headlights of it. It's between the Earth and the sun. I checked this morning. I took my cell phone out and looked at the sun again with my solar filters on there, the computer floppy disks, and it's still showing up pretty much right directly in front of the sun. I got to tilt the camera to catch the flared out images of it. So anyway, I'll be back mid-afternoon, put out some vids, catch the winged disc coming down again in North America mostly, or